Welcome viewers to my channel Real Earth Rocks. I'm Chris, and today I'm looking at as far as the eye can see. It is stated that we have 20/20 vision if we have perfect vision, and this is measured at a distance of 20 feet. Apparently the human eye can see a candle flame 30 miles away. The greatest distance captured with a zoom lens, 443 kilometers or 275 miles away. Photograph is currently the world record, as claimed on the website Beyond. Some research reveals that the eye can see billions of miles into the sky. However, there is an alternative theory here, and it says because of the finite speed of light, when you gaze up into the night sky, you are looking into the past. The bright star Sirius is 8.6 light years away. This means that the light hitting your eye tonight has been travelling for 8.6 years. Or put another way, when you look at Sirius tonight, you see it as it was 8.6 years ago. So can the eye actually see billions of miles away? Or do we have to wait till the light reaches Earth? With regard to light travelling, this photograph is the proof that that is the case. Sun rays here on Earth are clear evidence that light is constantly travelling from the source to the destination, and in certain angles, in certain situations, we can observe this. But is starlight millions of kilometres away? That is still unknown. Now, there are a number of telescopes which have been invented here on Earth using glass and mirrors in order to clarify items and bring them closer. On Earth we have the Vlbi Telescope, and what the idea is that a number of telescopes are joined together and they then create what is an exceptionally large telescope. Even so, we can't take photographs of the moon that show us what the items that have been left on the moon. Created a couple of space telescopes. One of them is called the Hubble Space Telescope. It is the largest and was launched into low Earth orbit in 1990, which is currently 340 miles above Earth, or 547 kilometres, and it has photographed 15 billion light years away. It's been in operation for some 30 years. Now these are the photographs that they say Hubble takes, that's the deep space. This is the photograph, and then this is an artist's representation of the spiral galaxy and the sun. Edwin Hubble is quoted as saying, "The hypothesis of a central Earth cannot be disproved, but it is unwelcome and would only be accepted as a last resort." How is it that the astronomers have determined that the stars are so many million, trillion, billion light years away, and it is they study the parallax, which is the movement over a very long period of time? This is the photograph, the first photograph ever taken of Earth from space. It says here it was the 24th of October 1946. The horizon is said to be 3 miles away, and they say that we can see a candle burning at night at 31 miles away. However, when we come to space, we start getting into some exceptionally large figures that don't really make a lot of sense. But I will quote here what is being said by the authorities on this issue. So the furthest that the Hubble Space Telescope can see is 10 to 15 billion light years away. What can the eye see without the assistance of a telescope. It says here the Andromeda Galaxy 2.5 million light years away. However, the Hubble Space Telescope is also looking back in time. The further away an object is, the longer the light takes to reach us here on Earth. They say that when we are looking at our sun, we're in point of fact seeing how it was 8 minutes ago. So if the sun were to suddenly burn out, we wouldn't even know it for 8 minutes. A light year is the distance light travels from the point of origin to Earth, or 10 trillion kilometres. That's 1 followed by 13 zeros. It says here, what is a light year? For most space objects, we use light years to describe the distance. A light year is the distance light travels in 1 Earth year. 1 light year is about 6 trillion miles, or 9 trillion kilometres. So 4 light years is equal to 24 trillion miles. That is a very long way. Now, the interesting thing is that although Hubble can photograph 15 billion light years away, and it's in low Earth orbit, so it's not even as far as the Moon, you would imagine that it would be able to take a photograph of the items left on the Moon. Yet this has not happened. We have the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, which is said to orbit above the Moon, about 31 miles above the Moon. And here on Earth, the biggest telescope here on Earth is called the Grand Telescopo Canarius. It is 34 foot wide and can see 25 million light years away, so we are informed. So as a skeptic, and yes, I am a skeptic, I ask the question, why is it that none of these telescopes can take a photograph of the items which were left on the Moon by the astronauts? We are told that during 1969 to 1972, 6 crewed missions went to the Moon. 12 men walked on the Moon. And when they left a number of items there behind: moon buggies, pieces of spaceship, a flag, a plaque, memorabilia of some nature, golf balls, and rubbish and things of that nature. And yet no photographs can be taken of these items with any clarity, even from the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, which is only 31 miles above the Moon. So it seems strange to me that these telescopes can picture stars, etc., and galaxies billions of light years away, and yet not a single telescope on Earth can take or the Hubble for that matter, can take a photograph of the items left on the Moon. So that is one of the reasons that I would personally be disputing the fact that we can see billions of light years away. So in summary, how far can the eye see? Well, from Earth we can see the Moon, which is 284,000 kilometres away, and the Sun is 149.6 million kilometres away, 93 million miles. And the stars are over 2 million light years away. So how far can a human see? Based on the curve of the Earth, standing on a flat surface with your eyes at about 5 foot off the ground, the farthest edge that you can see is about 3 miles. So if you're higher than that, you can obviously see a lot further. It seems a strange thing that the eye would be able to see billions of trillions of miles away. It is difficult to find any definitive answer to this question. How far can the human eye see? I think that is an issue that is still up for debate. I certainly will be continuing my research in this area. I thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have found this interesting, and I'll catch you next time.